student-athlete experience, the culture of our team, those are some things that I'm really pouring my heart into and hoping that we can really get dialed in. And I think we're on the right track, and I'm really proud of our student-athletes for the growth they've had in a lot of those areas.
Student experience and the culture, those are things you can control. And for UCLA, it's well documented the drama last year. The team kind of broke into pieces, and it showed with their gymnastics. Look, I think a gymnastics team, more than any other, I've seen football teams don't like each other, play well. Basketball teams don't talk to each other, play well. Gymnastics, I think teams need to stay together.
Yeah, they definitely do. Team cohesiveness is so very crucial. It's very important. Partly why I think the 2018 team I was on was so successful, because we were all bought in, we had a collective goal, and we had each other's backs no matter what.
And so I know Martin Jarman doesn't need my endorsement, but we've known Janelle McDonald during her time in Berkeley. I just think it was the right hire, the right person at the right time in the right place. But now she's got to prove it, right? This is one of those moments that a head coach has to motivate her team to go big. It's Hollywood, so of course we expected this meet to follow the script. Oregon State coming in looking for the upset. UCLA finishing on floor, and both teams finishing on their best event. Oregon State, third in the conference, but fifth in the country on the balance beam. The Pac-12 dominating the balance beam. Utah is number 1. UCLA on the balance beam is third, along with Oregon State. But UCLA is finishing on the floor. They're first in the conference, second in the country. So it is setting up for them. They need to pick up .225 to tie Oregon State. The Beavs beat the Bruins twice last year. And it comes down to the final rotation. Of course, we're keeping one eye outside of the arena on the national rankings. Oklahoma, the defending national champions. Look at that score. That is not a typo. 198.425. It goes without saying. Highest score in the country. Reagan Smith got a 10 on beam for the Sooners. KJ Killer's got another maybe unbeatable squad. Oklahoma's already beaten Utah. Of course, all it takes is one bad rotation in one meet. Wow, 198.425.
Oklahoma is just phenomenal, but they are consistent year-round. They don't peak. They are hitting 198s all season.
That's a good point. During yesterday's meet, we were talking about promoting this meet, and I said one of the great things about Oregon State is that they peak at the end of the year. They start out with 196 highs, 197s, and they get closer to 198. But you're right, Oklahoma starts there. Unreal. Christina Peterson to lead off on the beam for Oregon State. They need 5 big scores to protect the lead and beat the Bruins in Westwood.
Very unique mount right there. And watch, she's going to use every inch of the beam on this series.
Peterson already had a 9.875 on floor. Mentioned coming back after 2 years, the score is rising. She had missed the entire 2022 season. 9.85, her best on beam this year.
Switch half to straddle, that was beautiful. Left is the dismount.
There you go.
Gainer pike off the end of the beam.
Tanya Chaplin way back there in front of the UCLA band. Clapson says, that's just what I wanted. That's just what you need to do in the leadoff. They're averaging a 49.3. If both teams go their average, Oregon State wins the meet. I don't think Jordan Childs wants to go average. Emily Lee, Malabuyo, Harris, Frazier, Childs, and Campbell, the lineup for the Bruins. And they have some ground to make up, and it's got to start here. You want to hang another banner? Dig your heels in and earn it. Emily Lee, 9.825 on vault, 9.9 on beam.
music from the movie Shang-Chi, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. First pass, huge double tuck. Focus for her this year was gaining confidence as a competitor. And I think she's doing just that. Beautiful leaps.
How about this position for Lee? Lead off in the home opener when you're behind. And Janae, this is her first competitive floor ever.
Yes.
Tough spot.
Last pass left, double pike. That was an excellent routine.
That is a pitch hit home run by Emily Lee. And how about McDonald going to Lee, who's never been on floor, right at the top of a must-have rotation.
I think it's important because Janelle knew that she was going to set the tone for the floor lineup because they do need to make up some ground.
So we'll watch the score as we go through it. 9.85 for Peterson. Remember, UCLA has to make up .225.
She's very calm, cool, and collected on this event.
For Jenna Domingo, it's her only event of the day.
Beautiful series.
Excuse me, Janae. Oliver Beams, 9.85. So again, Oregon State is expecting a good score here.
And I just love how natural it looks for her to be up on that balance beam.
Comes from the island of Oahu, Kapolei, and Kamehameha High School. Not easy to get into that school. And the Hawaii Island Twisters club team. We've seen a lot of them in this conference. She's been great so far.
Beautiful.
There you go. Yeah. A little ohana for the Beavs.
She's an athlete that has such a loving spirit. She's an amazing person. Her teammates can always go to her because she's a great listener.
Yeah, I had a quote from the chaplains about her on beam from last year. I just found it. One word. Clutch.
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 That's a good word.
That's because she went 9.875 9 times. Back to the floor, Emma Malabuyo. Lee got a 9.85, so the openers were both 9.85. UCLA did not make up any ground. Not yet.
You can see some of the students doing the choreography with her. Or floorography, I should say.
Choreography. That's the signature of BJ Goss.
It's a great open tumbling past double tuck. She did slide her front foot, so the judges were gonna take a little more off that landing.
Although you're coming late at BJ in this corner.
This is my favorite move. Very jazz funk movement here. Paula Abdul music. Showing off her flexibility. Switch ring to a switch half. Double pike. She holds on to it.
Yeah, big step, but she stays in. They got to keep the pressure on Oregon State. You can see the determination on the face of Malabuyo on that last pass, almost biting her bottom lip.
Yeah, so she over-rotates this just a little bit, holding onto her legs a little too long.
So she lands on the heels.
So she had to take that large lunge, but I think that was a great way to save it. Good cover, because every 10 counts.
Yeah, there's no score in for Jenna Domingo for Oregon State last up on the beam. Lauren Letch is next. Now it's in 9.85, so back-to-back 9.85s. Oregon State 2 down, 3 to go. Letch found her consistency on this event last year, and it's rolled into this season. 9.875 at Salt Lake City, a career high.
This athlete is very patient on the balance beam, really takes her time.
If you're an Oregon State fan, back up in the Willamette Valley, you're biting your own lip right now. Keep in mind, this is a great event, the best event for Oregon State. 5th in the country. Full turn.
She's one of Oregon State's top performers. She's a former elite, a very quiet leader, leading by example. She's the first and last one in the gym. This now she's going to swing her front leg full, off to the end of the beam.
So doing some quick math, after the first two gymnasts, Peterson and Domingo both went 9.85 for Oregon State on beam. For UCLA, Lee went 9.85. Malabuyo just got a 9.875. So they started the rotation down 0.225, and now they are down 0.2. Selena Harris on deck. All three for Harris this year have been 9.9 plus. Twice she's got 9.925. She's number 10 in the country on floor.
Floor routine starting off with the artist of the same name. Huge tumbling pass right here. E-skill, full in.
She threw a wink in there?
I think she did, and I think she looked right at the camera.
Dust it off.
Beautiful leaps. Great height, surpassing that 180.
Everybody in Poly staring at Selena Harris.
Just the most unbelievable athlete. She's talented, she's consistent. Combination pass.
Comes out with a stag leap. And finishes it. Clean from start to finish. UCLA is leading on Oregon State.
This is first tumbling pass. She's going to do a full twisting double back. This is an E skill for difficulty.
Almost out of frame and stays in. Lauren Letch's score is in for Oregon State on beam. So after Malabuyo went 9.875, Letch answers right back. And we'll wait on the score of Harris. Sydney Gonzalez. They have 3 good scores in the barn. They need 2 more.
Tanya was telling me this athlete did an amazing job working really hard over the summer, putting in the work.
Selena Harris got a 9.925 for UCLA. So the lead now has been cut to 0.15. So from 0.225 to 0.15. They're on pace. All Gonzalez knows is she's got a hit.
Cat leap to a side aerial. You can see the determination in her eyes.
Sid had a 9.875 on floor Friday night back in Corvallis against Rutgers. She had a 9.925 at the Beaver Quad 3 weeks ago.
Front floor, off the end of the beam, holds onto it. She was on her heels. Because again, every 10th matters.
Gonzalez never misses. So halfway through the rotation, UCLA had cut the lead, but not in half. So Oregon State, well, they're Beavers. Of course, they're plugging the dam.
If you're a
And I can tell you, Mars loves this position. In her head, she's saying, watch this.
Known for her performance quality, opening up with the whip, double back handspring, to a double tuck.
Excellent. Playing right to the student section and her teammates. Looking right up at the kids. McDonald right in her ear saying, gotta have it, Mars, we gotta have it.
Double pike. Hits it. Wait, you think she's done. And death drop.
The death drop. She put that in a couple years ago. My kids started doing it at home. Everybody loves the death drop. That was spectacular. And once again, the pressure shifts back to the beam. I love it, Janae. Thanks for reminding me it didn't end when we thought it ended.
Yeah.
But she still had to do this.
It's a nice plot twist. And this is very straining on the knees.
Oh.
And she does it
Toe point
well.
all the way through. BJ Doss, choreographer for UCLA, former gymnast Washington, worked at Utah as well. Everywhere she goes, the floors get better. What a coincidence. Maddie Dagan waits to go. The score is still not up yet for Sydney Gonzalez. Dagan knows that Gonzalez is going to get a good score. That means Dagan knows in the back of her head, if she sticks something big, Oregon State's lead might be insurmountable. They just posted Gonzalez 9.675. Well, keep in mind that Oregon State can drop the score, but that just puts a ton of pressure on Dagan and Carey. UCLA is about to catch Oregon State. If they make any mistake, the Bruins go in front.
Starting off the flick lay.
Statistically, UCLA is in front 0.75, but .075, excuse me. Keep in mind, Oregon State can drop a score. You only count 5.
And Maddie is on the Pac-12 watch list for a reason, because she is known for her consistency on this event.
2 times she's been all Pac-12 on this event.
1.5.
There you go. And Chaplin says, just what I needed. 2 thumbs up. It is one of the toughest things in sport to close on the road on beam in front of a packed house. And Oregon State's trying to pull it off. Meantime, the party still continues in the other corner. Childs and Campbell still to go. 9-9 for Mars. Look at the scores for UCLA. Childs, top 10 in the country on this event. All have been 9.875 or better. Had a 9.95 at Washington last week.
Hughes coming across here, double layout, and sticks it. Bringing back true 90s. Ramping it up.
This place wants to explode.
That was a great routine. That last pass, she hopped out of it just a little bit, so the judges may take off for it, but
Gonna be a big score.
definitely 9-9 plus. Now look at this huge double layout, but watch the landing. She doesn't even need to lunge.
Oh,
Very
long
rare
dart.
when you see that.
Just stuck it. So if you're Oregon State and you gotta have it, there's no room for error. Who do you want up? How about Jade Carey? 16th in the country on beam. 9.975 for Childs. So UCLA leads by 0.2 again. Oregon State can drop Gonzalez's score. Was that an early bobble by Carey? She can't make any mistakes.
Beautiful leaps to a switch half. And you mentioned, she cannot make a mistake, but she is a perfectionist. And I see her a solid competitor. She's driven in everything that she does. Dismount.
Oregon State has a lot of ties to Southern California and Arizona, so friends and family, orange and black in the building. Childs, 9975. UCLA already has a monster rotation. And Campbell now, really the pressure is off because UCLA leading by 2/10. They have gotten so big on this rotation, they erased that lead midway through and went zooming right past Oregon State. And Campbell can light the candle right here.
You're going to see why she's in the anchor spot right here. Just sit back and enjoy.
UCLA already has a 49.525 floor already.
Pull in. Bring it down. Combo pass, and she actually got more air on that second flip, the front full. Exactly what the judges are looking for. Double tack. Paper confetti.
Might be a victory lap for UCLA.
That routine has me in awe every time I watch it.
So Jade Carey got a 9.925 on beam, which gave Oregon State a 49.350. They were leading by .225. So we'll wait on Campbell's score. The score to drop was Emily Lee's 9.85.
I think they definitely will.
I'm doing the math in my head. It's got to be 9.9 or above. A little more, maybe. Wait for the score.
995.
9.95. That should be enough for UCLA. It is 197.275 for UCLA, 197.225 for Oregon State.
Half a 10. This was a perfect example of ironing sharpens.